Hello, happy 2022. I am Tina from Via Feng Shui, and I am being joined today by the lovely Jeremy Bills of Create with Jay. Hey,
Hi.
Jeremy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. It's 2022. How are you feeling about this new year?
It's going to be interesting to say the least. I don't think many people are going to be bored this year. It's not going to be a boring year.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can't tell you how many times I probably said that this year. I'm
Yeah.
bored. Like, I'm bored with what's on TV. I'm bored with so much.
No,
Like
tigers are
this.
not boring.
That's true.
Oxen
That
are,
that's
but
true. Okay, well, speaking of the oxen, thanks for that wonderful segue.
good
This is a
intro.
monthly update that we do. We kind of talk a little bit of the Chinese astrology, a little bit of the Western astrology, and maybe some flying stars if that comes up. We pull an oracle card. And so this month, it starts tomorrow, the Chinese month, and we're still in the year of the ox. So that can be a little bit confusing if you're following, we're living in both worlds, right? It's just turned 2022 a few days ago, but we're still in 2021 ox energy as far as the Chinese calendar goes because their solar new year doesn't begin until the 5th of January or 5th of February this year. So we have one more month of the ox year, and that ox, being as stubborn as he is, and hard headed and bullheaded, it is an ox month on top of that. So it's a yin metal ox month during a yin metal ox year.
Yep.
What does that say to you as a seasoned pro, a seasoned feng shui practitioner and astrologer? What's your first thoughts when you realize that?
Well, the words that come to mind is this is the last push
Mm,
before Chinese New Year. This is the last heave ho. Oxen are very, very strong and they're very, very unafraid of hard work. So if there's anything that any loose ends that you want to finish up over 2021 that you didn't finish and you want to get done this month, this is going to be the time to do it. This is the last push, the last hard work of the year before Chinese New Year.
mhm. I also too, I think, on top of all of that, is the ox has been by himself. And I think that isolation or that standing outside of the herd we've all been feeling that this whole year, whether it's isolation on whatever level, and hardships. I think hardships is a key word for this year. But there's two oxen now, right? When you put two oxen up to the cart or to the plow, the work gets lighter. It's not as heavy. Not that the work isn't serious, because this ox is very serious. There's nothing, goofy and silly about. You don't see the ox frolicking, in the field. He's like you said, he's going for the final push or the final heave ho. But there's two. So I feel like there's going to be some really good ways that we can partner up with somebody. And one way I think we can do that is to seek out somebody to help us see if there's anything that's left undone, right?
Yeah.
Seek somebody who does oracle work or forecasting or Chinese zodiac perspective or Western astrology. Look to somebody who has a different perspective because we've really been living in the old ways that can really help us clear up things and really do that final push.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing to understand too is that the authority star is in the sector of the ox this month. So the
Mm,
authority star really helps us to get things done.
hmm. Yeah, he does. Is it the authority star?
Is it the authority? Is it the sixth star?
Three, four, five. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good energy in there because
Yeah.
it's sitting with
So
the annual nine star, which is the expansion star. So really, yeah, I love that. It is about, and then
yeah.
that metal energy, the yin metal is flexible. It's not as strong as yang metal. So we have to be willing to be yield into things and be more bendable with who, what we're doing and where our mindset is.
Mhm. Mm. And it kind of piggybacks on to finding someone like kind of with a mentor energy, or
Mhm.
seeking out a therapist or seeking out a coaching so that you can finish up those loose ends and get ready for the new year with all of
Mhm.
the intense energy that's coming in. Another thing that I found interesting about this month in particular is it's a mirroring of the whole year of the ox. And in terms of COVID energy, um, this month there's a huge spread of Omicron. And this is what we saw in 2021 of just kind of the spread of the virus. And
Mhm.
we're not over it yet. It's not
Mhm.
done. It's not going away anytime soon.
Right.
But again, that the double ox is double hard. So it's like,
Mhm.
okay, we're going into year number 3 of this. So we
Mhm.
need to make sure that we're making the plans that we need to make, and make sure that we're taking care of our own selves and our own businesses and our own mental capacity going into 2022, so that we can hit it with a positive mindset and start counteracting some of the negativity going on in the world.
Mhm. Absolutely. Gosh, I mean, just so many, you're hitting such good points. And the Chinese New Year event's coming up, the Via Chinese New Year event, and on the 21st and 22nd. And we're going to dive into all of next year's energy. We're going to pull a full chart for next year. It's intense, people. It's a lot of energy. The flying stars look really great for next year, depending on your perspective. But I think we're going into a year of really being empowered in our free will.
Mhm.
And we've got to let go of some old mindsets, some old ways of doing things. We don't want to take things forward that don't belong in this new emerging world. We've got to leave this
Yeah.
old stuff behind. And that is ox energy to me, is old
Yeah.
school ways. So where's the Western astrology? Well, how is that is that mirroring? Is it kind of completing this kind of whole vibe? What's happening there?
Well, we just a couple days ago we came out of the new moon in Capricorn, and Capricorn is the sign of business and industry and responsibility. And with the new moon energy, you're looking to manifest, and since it's the first new moon of 2022, we're looking to figure out what we want to manifest with our businesses, with where we have personal authority
Mm,
over our own lives. Um, and it's also very earth energy, kind of that hard work kind of theme going on. So over the last couple of days, I've been really kind of figuring out what it is that I want to manifest in 2022 in terms of my own personal responsibility. Where do I want to take personal responsibility over my life? Where do I want to focus my hard work energy for the year, which is hand in hand with that ox energy for January.
mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, I want to bring up one more flying star. The three of conflict stars flown into the center. And when that whatever star lands in the center really affects everybody in the house. And we go over this like in the Chinese New Year event. But the three is quarrelsome, it's arguing, bickering, and fighting. And so there's in that to me is that double ox energy, right? Butting heads, bullfighting, that, going after one another. So we want to be very careful that we're not overreacting and that we're stepping back and pulling away from conversations that might escalate. Because why make this hard year even harder, or this hard month even harder? A lot of this stuff we can just postpone until next month, or the next, even March. March would be a great month to postpone things because it's a rabbit month, and it's all about diplomacy and sensitivity. So it might be good to put off some of these hard conversations, not to
Mhm.
ignore them, not to
Yeah.
neglect people that need attention, but just to be aware that that's the energy, because it could be serious if we don't honor that energy. That's why it's important. That's why we do these calls, right? That's why we jump on and share this information, is just to empower us and prepare us. It's like, oh, yeah. I'd be great putting that off, or no, I want to dive in right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great, like you said before, this is a great time to strategize for 2022. This is a
Mhm,
great strategy month. Where do I want to place my energy for the year? Where do I want to leave some things behind from 2021 that I don't want to pull into this year?
mhm.
So, strategizing, making sure that you're stepping away from conversations that can be had later so that you're not inflaming the situation.
I love that idea of what you're saying, and I know we like to keep this short, and we're probably going a little bit long, but even getting clear on where you want, because the tiger energy that's coming in is going to need your super hyper focused energy.
Mhm.
You need to narrow down, what it is, because you don't need any distractions. None of us need any distractions. I'm sick
Yeah.
of distractions, right? Even the distractions are getting boring. It's like, let's just focus on where we're going, not where
Yeah.
we've been. We know where we've been. And
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of people that are going to stay in that cycle, in that loop. And there was
Yeah.
other people saying, you know what? If anything I've learned about the last 6 years, however, decade, is I know what I don't want. It's helping me get really clear on what I do want for my
Mhm.
future, myself, my children, all the children that come after me, the future of humanity. This is time to go. So, with that being said, are you going to pull us an oracle card?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of shuffling right now. Ooh, interesting. So this is the Metal King.
Oh, that's
So
such
just to,
a metal ox kind
I
of
know, just to
thing.
validate exactly what we were saying, it's about boundaries, discipline, armor, really, really locking down what it is you want for the year. Staying out of conversations that are going to be inflammatory. You really need to set some boundaries right now. And 2021 was the calm before the storm. We needed some boring energy of the ox to kind of slow us down just to get ready for this next year. Like I said,
Mhm,
there's not going to be many boring moments in 2022. So we're going to need the structure of that metal energy to really prepare us for what is coming in 2022. So this is a great time to start journaling, really good time to start pulling in your team of people. I call my friends my team
mhm,
to help where their energies and strengths are so that we can kind of utilize and help each other through 2022.
mhm.
That's what the Ox is all about this month.
Perfectly said. Can I just ask one favor? What are the three little words under the metal king?
Discipline,
Mhm.
armor, and boundaries.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow, that guy's fierce.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks, Jeremy, for your insights. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. I will see you next month when we
Yeah.
welcome
See you
in.
then.
It'll be a tiger month for a tiger year. Oh my gosh.
See.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.